What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Melly, and I am back with another video. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time watching me, my name is Melissa. Everybody called me Melly, and I got gastric bypass about 6 months ago, and I am currently 126 pounds down in total. I just want to share with you guys 10 things I wish I would have known before I got gastric bypass surgery. Let's get into it. So the first thing is, I wish I would have known more about your fullness cues, because for some reason, I feel like I didn't realize I was gonna have to listen to my body to know when I was full. Like, I thought I was just gonna feel like I used to, which, you know, when you feel full and you can't, like, I would get so full back then to the point where I felt like I just couldn't even breathe. Like, that's how I thought I was gonna feel when I got full, and that is completely not true. Honestly, it's crazy because you feel it. People have different fullness cues, but for me, my nose starts running like if I was sick. And when I know that I'm getting full, it starts kind of running a little bit. And slowly, when I get full, I get like, my nose starts like dripping. That's how I know I'm like full. I remember when I first got the surgery, like, I would take a bite and I was like, dang, I think my food is spicy, because my nose was like dripping, and I was just like, what the heck, like, that's crazy. I did not, like, I feel like I completely missed that chapter when I would talk to my bariatric team, like, you know, when you have to sit down and talk to your nutritionist. That was me. And I feel like I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention in that part, because I did not expect that after surgery. So just know. And everybody has different fullness cues. Some people sneeze when they're full. Some people have the same thing like me when their nose drips. There's a lot of different ways to know when you're full. Thing two is, you will miss food. I feel like I went through that phase where I felt like I could not eat anything, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna miss eating Wingstop, or I'm gonna miss eating this, or I'm gonna miss eating burgers. Like, you're still gonna be able to eat, you're just not gonna be able to eat the same amount. And obviously you want to take care of yourself and try to go for the healthier version, instead of, you know, obviously getting something that's like not the healthiest. But I feel like everybody kind of goes through that, where you get like, you just miss eating. And I feel like it happens to me more when I'm like at a social event and I see everybody eating still, and I'm like, done, I'm finished, I'm full, and I stopped eating. But like, for some reason, my mind just wants me to go back and like keeps, like, you know, eating a little bit. Like, and that's where you have to catch yourself, because that's how you end up going back into bad habits. And for me, I feel like that was the hardest part, was like social events, when I would see people eating and they were eating, like, you know, when I was already done. I feel like that right there was just so hard for me. But I have slowly like learned to, like, when I'm done, and just lay my plate or go throw my plate away, and that is it. If not, like, back then I used to like be picking at my food, like, oh, I could just fit another little bite, you know, and that's not good. Another thing is that I feel like when you think about getting surgery, you also think about like the scars from the surgery. And honestly, you guys, it's not a big deal. Like, it's really not a big deal. Like, your surgery scars will be there, but it's not like you're gonna like always be looking at them like, oh, like, that's my scars, like, you know. Like, I feel like it's not that big of a deal. And if you're nervous about your getting scars, like, don't be. 100,000 times I'd rather have scars than be as big as I used to be. Don't be scared about getting scars. Another thing is that vitamins will be a forever thing. As long as you got like a weight loss surgery, you're gonna have to take vitamins for the rest of your life. Maybe not like the bariatric brand vitamins, but you're still gonna have to take like a multivitamin every day. I feel like that's also something like I would stress, like, oh, I don't want to take vitamins my whole life. But like, if I never got this surgery, like, was I even gonna have a full, like, you know, life to live, or was I gonna end up dying from a freaking heart attack or something? Honestly, you just have to give up some things, and if that's taking vitamins every day, I honestly do not mind. It's not that big of a deal either. Personally, the bariatric brand does not like make me sick or anything like that, so I'm thankful for that. But I have heard that for some people, the bariatric vitamins do kind of upset their stomach and they just don't sit well. So I'm thankful that I can tolerate those vitamins. But yeah, don't be scared to take vitamins, you guys. Like, as long as you take your vitamins and take care of yourself, you are set. So you should be fine. Another thing is that loose skin will happen, and you cannot prevent that from happening. Like, you go to the gym all you want, but you're still going to get loose skin eventually, at least a little bit. At least for me, in my case, I was really big, so I mean, it only made sense that I got loose skin. And I try going to the gym all the time, but I mean, I can only do so much. So I'm like finally starting to just accept it and just love myself for who I am and who I am becoming. And I have said that in my past videos. You kind of just have to learn as you go, and just learn to love the person you are and to love who you are in that moment, because your body's going to change throughout your whole weight loss journey. And some days you will feel the most beautiful woman ever, and then some days you will feel the ugliest woman ever. And don't let that get to you guys, because eventually you're gonna look back and be like, oh my gosh, I did that, like I lost weight. And that's the most rewarding thing, is like knowing that you are healthy enough and that, you know, you're just trying to be a better version of yourself every day. So another thing, and I did not expect this, but after 6 months of having weight loss surgery and just kind of being in this community for a while, I have seen a lot of things that people in the bariatric community can be kind of rude. And I feel like they're so focused on like, oh, I could, like, if they see you eating something that's not the healthiest, they will literally go off on you, and they'll go off on you. Like, it's crazy. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Like, people should focus on each of their journeys, you know, and not bash other people for maybe not losing as much weight as you, or bash them for losing too much weight and saying that they're doing it too fast and they're not eating healthy. Like, just focus on your damn self. That's it. Like, people are really mean. It's crazy. Like, and it's like, why are we all being mean to each other? You got the same surgery as me, you know? Like, just support each other and wish each other the damn best. But damn, people be weird. Another thing is that there will be so many opinions when you get weight loss surgery. People will have so much to say about you getting weight loss surgery, negative, positive, and in the middle. Like, people will throw shit, like try to say something positive and then kind of like give you a backhanded compliment. So just be prepared for that, and just kind of like, don't take people's opinions too personal, because at the end of the day, like, do not stress over other people's opinions. It's not worth it. And just focus on you. Like I said, people are always going to have something to say, regardless if you're doing good, bad, doing something good, or doing something bad. They're always going to have something to say. So just focus on your life, on you, and do whatever you want and what makes you happy. Another thing is, don't let other people's horror stories like scare you into not getting surgery, because everybody's body is completely different. And it's just crazy that like sometimes people like tell you this stuff to scare you, and then there's people that actually worry about you. And that's like, okay, because if somebody loves you, they're gonna worry about you getting in surgery and you going through this, you know, process, because it's, I mean, all surgeries are risky and you just never know. So I could understand why people would be scared for you and be concerned about you getting surgery. But then there's also people who just kind of tell you horror stories and stuff that it's just like, I mean, it could happen, yes. It's really rare cases where these things happen. So don't be scared. I mean, for me, I'm 6 months and I haven't had to go to the hospital or anything like that. So I'm very thankful. And thankfully, everybody I know who has got weight loss surgery, if it's gastric bypass or gastric sleeve, they're doing very well. But you know, you just never know. There's risks to everything. The last thing is, people treat you completely different once you lose weight, and it's crazy. Like, I have people who message me from like high school that I used to never even talk to after I'm losing the weight. Like, it's just crazy how people switch up once you lose weight. And I honestly did not believe that, but now that I'm actually like living through that and seeing that with my own eyes, I'm just like, damn, people really do be treating you different. And that's crazy, but I mean, it is what it is. And I've heard that like after weight loss surgery, people like get divorced, end up splitting up with their boyfriends. If you know who you are, unless you're obviously your partner is treating you bad, then I would understand that. But like, if you know who you are, I don't think that it will affect your life, you know? Like, yes, you're gonna feel pretty and stuff, prettier, because, you know, obviously you're gonna be healthy, and if you feel healthy and if you feel good, then you'll feel good about yourself. You know, your self-esteem will go up. So I mean, I could see why people say that when people get weight loss surgery they end up splitting up. But then, how I said, like, if you know yourself and you know that you love your partner, I don't think that it will change anything, you know? It just depends on you. I don't know. I'm just kind of ranting at this point. But yes, you guys, those are 10 things I wish I would have known before I got gastric bypass. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, like I said earlier. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.